It happened on the 15th of October, the year 2019. It was around 4:30. We traveled back from Korba, and then along the way, reaching Takali Bridge, there is a big river there. Before we reaching that bridge, there was a roadblock, and then there was a big lock. They put it across the road, and then surprisingly, we heard that at the back of us there were people shouting and then throwing stones and sticks, and guns were fired everywhere. So we were caught by surprise. I told the driver, turn the car around and then we move out. But the driver had no time. Then I saw somebody was just came close to me with a rifle along the side of the car, and then just pointed me on my chest. He put the barrel in, and then I thought that the bullet landed on my chest or somewhere on my belly, but it landed on the knee. He wanted to kill me on the spot, but the nature helped me.
The deceased officer was part of a delegation on their way back from Koroba, where they were attacked by members of a crowd who gathered for a compensation payment. 2 other officers were also injured in the attack. One was shot in the knee with an assault rifle, and the other was reported to have...
He came to me in April saying he has bullets in his knee joint and he can't walk. He was in terrible pain. He said he had a wound which was taken care in other hospital. Only when I saw his X-ray, I was shocked. I said, is this the X-ray new one, or it was taken when you had this incident? This can't be a recent X-ray. You are not like this now. He said, no doctor, now this is how I am currently. So he was standing there in front of me with so many bullet fragments inside the knee joints, just lying inside. So every time he tried to straighten the knee, it wouldn't let him straighten. Because I do not have idea like why it was not removed then at the first instance. Maybe lack of facilities in that hospital where it is done. Maybe they did not have a surgeon for this to be done. Because again, knee joint is not a very easy tissue. It's a complex joint. If not taken adequate care, you might damage the other important structures. I could feel that pain. I really felt shivering in my body. How does he put weight with so much fragments inside the knee joint and you're putting weight? So I was shocked, and at the same time I felt really bad for him.
Pain. I'm afraid of it. That's exactly what happened. He could not move his legs because he was afraid any movement could trigger the pain. Anything he does might cause a psychological trauma which cannot be seen. Physical trauma, you got a cut, you can see. What about what is happening emotionally? Now that could be a psychological trauma just as there is a physical trauma. That has to be understood and corrected.
Yeah, it's pretty much well defined. Again,
he was still under the belief that the only way for him to get cured is to collect funds so that he can go abroad and get it fixed. He had no idea it's one of the simple procedures which can be done here also.
He's a good doctor. He himself made the costings for how many days I will be in the hospital, and then he gave the costing. The costing was 15,000. From Manila, 37,000, and then Australia, 150,000.
Like arthroscopy is, in simple terms, we call it as keyhole surgery. That's what we explain to patients. So I showed him some images and the videos of the other patients whom we operated at PIH. It was like a small child seeing dinosaurs in one of those movies. He was super thrilled. In just 3 days, he's doing so good. At that moment, I still not finished the discussion. He said, "Doctor, I am going to get operated here. I'll come with the purchase order. I want to get operated in PIH." What we do is we make small hole, a hole of size of 1 stitch. It's usually around 5 millimeters to 6 millimeter size. And you pass a camera through this. And through that camera, you have a big monitor, a screen in front of you. You keep looking what's happening. Through the other hole, you pass the instrument. You pass the instrument to grab the tissues or to stitch the tissues or to repair the tissues or to move the fragments or remove the fragments. Or suppose you need to pass the camera in a different position to get a different view of the same joint, then you make 3rd or very rarely 4 holes.
I slept like this, and then there's a camera. You send the camera in, the screen was on the wall. I was watching when he removed the bullets on my knee. I'm very happy with him at that time.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing? Any complaints? How is your knee doing?
I'm okay. I'm working okay.
Okay. You're able to stand now?
Quickly, stand. It's flexible.
You're able
For
to
me
walk?
to fold it and then put straight and then fold it. I'm okay.
You're
There's
okay
no
now?
problem.
Okay, try doing it. Nice, excellent. One more time. All these things will do it. Like you need a lot of these ones.
Can he go back to work in this condition, you think?
At this time, I think it might be a challenge because considering his job, being a policeman who needs to run, jump, and who needs to be really active and all those things, it might be a little challenge for him. But he can, of course, get back. I mean, not all policemen in the department will be running, jumping, and all.
Yes.
There are a lot of jobs in the department which don't require very active thing. But he can immediately go back. He can go back next week also. And slowly and steadily with gradual physiotherapy and more exercises, he can get back to his original job also.
Okay, I'm leaving now, Doctor.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for all your efforts.
You're welcome.
You did a very great job, and I'm fine now. I'm walking around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy. I think my family will be very pleased to see me if I go back to Tari.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good to know this. Okay.
I'm fine now. I'm okay. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Doctor, a very, very powerful brother. I love you.
Thank you so much.
We'll
Thank
get.
you. Love you.
Okay.
Take care.
Okay, Doctor, bye.
Okay. It's like a new life. They come back to their original form again. They realize how precious their hand was, how precious their leg was, their knee was. They're able to stand now, and every single step counts to them. So that feel, that moment of satisfaction which you gave, seeing at their face, I mean, that is priceless. Nothing can buy you that amount of satisfaction.
Coming up after the break.
I've never heard of the word ectopic before. The fetus was growing inside the fallopian tube. I didn't even know that was possible.